I'm Katherine Bull, and I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, a visual artist who's on the Africa Leipzig, Germany exchange here in the LIA program. I think the key interests for me are an interest in perception, how we see, and how we visualize that through technology, and how that information is then processed and stored and kind of distributed. Be that so I've had an ongoing interest in the history of archives and printmaking, and now more recently in the digital arts, in online databases, and how we engage with information through that, and how that influences how we orientate ourselves in the world. My interest in how we kind of see and perceive, and the last few years I've been focusing on how we represent other species, so interspecies relationships. When I heard I was coming to Leipzig, I started to research, and what caught my attention was in the Natural History Museum here in Leipzig. There's a particular lion, tamarin, which was the last lion that was bred in the Leipzig Zoo, which was put into the museum in 2000. So I was like, that sort of went, oh, I must go and visit Tamarin. So that's where it started, the lions. And then I visited the Leipzig Zoo, which is one of the largest zoos. So it was an interesting I suppose as a visitor, it's you've always got that perspective of being able to observe how people, I enjoy watching how people interact and with animals. Usually have a relationship between perception of this looking, reflecting on how we see or create or make pictures, and those limits, and then an interest in more meditative or internal processes of what's now the buzzword is embodied practice. And so I work with observing my heartbeat, and I do this as a studio practice, my breath, my heartbeat, feeling into my body, and drawing without looking. For the Rundgang, I made copies of some of the drawings, because they become a bit like a murmuration of birds, where they start to form patterns. So I was interested in seeing what people would project or see or a bit like the Rorschach test. What do you see in my heart? So it was called "Can I Find It in My Heart?" And people were invited to draw. And initially it was a bit slow, but also amazing how people were, once they saw someone else doing it, then they understand and they start to. But with any participatory project, what I also enjoy is the level of you can control it to a point, and it's an invitation, and then you have to see how it goes. So you always learn what to do, what not to do, but then it also often opens up like many new possibilities. For about 10 years I worked digitally with that interest in trying to use something which is often seen as a dislocation from the physical, to bring or make people more aware of being in a body. People can be anywhere, and they're sitting in their own private space. They feel comfortable, they feel safe, but I'm there in a sense guiding them through, reflecting on their body, drawing their breath, doing their heartbeat. And I also enjoy doing processes that anyone can do. It's also about, I think I'm becoming more interested in that sense of what we can do together, rather than I'm the artist making a representation. So using it as a point of connection rather than representation.
Music now. Oh, is that what's happening? So they knew that this is the reason behind
Yeah, so I'm not, so I'm behind basically.
Who's next? Just ask that you sit in the chair.
No. Can I?
Yes, change it.